when you remove the human element and it's just a machine, then the violence becomes infinitely worse. I remember this under Obama, man, with like the
Yeah.
Syrian drone strikes and stuff like that. He got heavily criticized because he was the first one to really ramp that shit up because like whole weddings would be destroyed because there was some terrorist hiding out in a wedding and 80 people would be dead. There's just no human element, and you don't really have to have the same level of responsibility if a machine's doing it for some reason.
Do you ever remember that game? What is it, Civilization? You remember this? The computer game you could play or something like that?
I still play it. Yeah.
I was watching our cousin play Ben. I was watching our cousin Ben play this one. He's playing someone online early on, and he went over, looked at his, he's readying his bombs and his airplanes, and his enemies attacking on elephants. Like he had advanced so far ahead. And he just bombed them to hell. I was like, oh my God. I was like, dude, if you got the technology advantage in war, it's not even war. I mean, it's literally, you would never have to see who you're killing, ever.
Yeah, it is interesting how moments like that, like for example, there's this big debate in history, like should the United States have dropped the atomic bomb? Because Japan was losing. We'd probably have lost a lot more people, trying to invade the mainland of Japan. But a lot of scholars think the real reason they dropped the bomb wasn't to defeat Japan; it was to show the Soviets, look what we fucking got you know
Yeah.
like it was a demonstration to the world of we're number one and we'll fuck you up if you try to go against us you know
Yeah,
and I think
I
that's how
heard
it
that too.
works. Yeah.
I heard by 1945, the Japanese were out of oil. They were out of aviation
Yes.
fuel and basically incapable of doing anything. But of course, you have Iwo Jima. I mean, if they're entrenched and you're actually going towards them, there's a massive advantage on their side. So going to Japan, I'd seen some of the estimates. It would have cost millions and millions of lives. But I have heard on the other side that they were just on the edge of on giving up as well. I think either case could be reality. I don't know if we'll really know. Apparently there's a lot of
Yeah.
good evidence that Pearl Harbor was allowed to happen. Like that we had really good intel that it was probably going to happen, that was going to happen, and we wanted to get into the war, and it was used as an excuse. And of course, then later on, you have the memo, the project for a new American century, that was written by a bunch of neocons, Dick Cheney and others, who said we. I think there were 7 countries, including Iraq, Afghanistan, Syria, Iran. They said we want to regime change all these places, but in lieu of a new Pearl Harbor, a catalyzing event, it's never going to happen.